What's up, I'm Brendan Vanson from brendansadventures.com, and today we're doing a little bit of ski and snowboard photography here at Marmot Basin in Jasper National Park. So we're here at Marmot Basin, and I thought I would do something a little bit different. I don't get the opportunity to spend a lot of winters, so I thought it would be fun to come out here and do a little bit of snowboard and ski photography. And I thought I would lay on my tips for doing that stuff in the winter. Now, the first tip is obviously your exposure. Exposure is really tough in the snow, so you want to shoot in manual and do a couple test shots to make sure you got the perfect exposure. In general, you're going to want to be at least one stop overexposed when you're shooting. The other thing that's important with exposure is you get low light in snow situations. So we've got the sun over here. You don't want to be shooting straight into the sun quite often unless you've got a flash set up, because you're going to get an exposure problem. You want to use the sun like a flash and shoot in that direction, and you'll get a nice, perfectly exposed image. The second tip I have is to go wide. I've got the 70-200 on right now. That's obviously not wide. You want to shoot something like the 16-35 millimeter or 17-40 millimeter and get right close to the action. When you do that, it makes it feel dramatic. It makes it feel like the mountains are bigger. It makes it feel like the jump the skier or snowboarder is doing is bigger as well. It just makes it look like a really cool image. So the next thing you want to do when you're shooting is crop tight and zoom. So we're using a 70-200 right here, and that's a great lens for this type of shot. You want to kind of fill out the frame with the skier or snowboarder without overdoing it. If you zoom in, leave a little bit of room on the front edge of the skier or snowboarder in the direction they're heading, just to add a little bit of room for that skier or snowboarder to kind of slide in the imagination of the viewer. Finally, you also really have to worry about your camera battery. When it's cold, it's like -20 right now, your camera's battery isn't going to last as long as it usually does. You'll probably get about 60-70% of your battery life, so pack extra batteries anytime you're out shooting in snow, winter, cold conditions. Anyways, that's it from here in Marmot Basin, and that's actually it for Jasper National Park. It's been fun here doing some winter adventures like the dog sledding the other day and getting on skis for the first time in about 8 years. There's a lot of cool adventures coming up. We're heading to Whistler later this month, and then we're going on a big US road trip later on as well. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Lots of fun stuff coming. I also want to remind you to head over to my website, brendansadventures.com, and sign up for my newsletter. When you sign up for that newsletter, you get a free copy of my adventure travel magazine, Vagabundo magazine. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. It's been fun. Peace.